If you've ever been interested in fishing for king salmon and halibut, look no further than Sandspit Adventures in Haida, British Columbia. They provide unmatched fishing and guiding, and all with 5-star hospitality, which creates a comfortable atmosphere for everyone.
We're a small 20-room lodge, 20 guests max. That's kind of our cap. So it's a private, intimate place, and we're all family. You know what? It's people that come back year after year after year. We're 85% repeat clientele, which says we're doing something right. Or I hope we're doing something right, on my words. But we're a team, and it takes a team to make a business like this successful. We're small, we're private. We don't allow the public up here ever. We have the odd work crew that stays with us year round. It's all one tight group of guys.
Getting to Sandspit is simple. You'll fly to Vancouver, BC, and then to Sandspit, which takes about 2 hours. Once you've landed in Sandspit, the staff will greet you and shuttle you over to the lodge, which takes roughly about 10 minutes. The lodge is amazing, very spacious, suits families, small groups, and professional groups well. There are a total of 20 rooms, mostly double occupancy, with some single and triple occupancy options available. Each room features its own private bathroom, comfortable beds, and tasteful furnishings. The lodge sits at the edge of the continental shelf, providing stunning views of the bay. Upon arrival at the lodge, you'll be checked into your room to deposit your bags, and then afterwards everyone will gather back up in the common area for orientation. Orientation includes some safety points, catch limits, guide introductions, and also gives you an opportunity to ask any questions that you might have. After a quick orientation, everyone will head over to the gear room to be outfitted with jackets, waders, and boots. Sandspit Adventures provides quality Grundens gear that will keep you dry and comfortable while you're out on the water. The staff at Sandspit Adventures are on point. They are warm, welcoming, and truly make you feel like family within minutes. What do you ladies do here?
We work at Sandspit Adventures, where your adventure is our pleasure.
Breakfast and dinner are prepared by the lodge chefs, who also create the daily menus. Lunch is always served out on the boat, and you'll never be left hungry.
So, I've known a lot of my staff a lot of years. I've had staff, so Aiden, who you met a few times, my cook, I had a cook that had been with me for 3 years, had an opportunity, phoned me up and said, hey, you don't need to find a replacement for me. I've already got a guy that would love it. You'll love him. So it's staff recommending staff. So treat your people fairly. It's probably the biggest key in business, I was told. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and they will always be loyal to you. Treat them fair, pay them fair. That's what we do here. We try to make sure everybody's on the same. We don't make staff eat separate meals. Everybody comes in and sits as a group collectively. At the end of the day, everybody talks about their day. We communicate. That makes it that much tighter of a team. And as you can see, our team is out of this world.
As the day's winding down, I highly recommend taking an evening stroll if you feel up to it. The views are unbeatable. Down on the docks, getting ready to get in the boat. Lucky enough to have an absolutely gorgeous morning. So we're gonna head out right now, and stay tuned. Each morning after breakfast, you'll gear up, take a short walk down to the marina, and meet up with your guide, hop on your boat, and head out for the day. And depending on where the fish are, the boat ride might be 20 to 60 minutes to get you out to that preferred fishing spot. Once you get out there, you can look forward to using mooching rods and reels. Mooching is a style of fishing that was developed back in the 20s, and in essence, the purpose of mooching is to get the bait down to the salmon using a more natural presentation than what trolling does. A really fun way of fighting the salmon, and you'll enjoy the experience. Sandspit Adventures has 6 boats, all of them outfitted with the latest and greatest equipment that'll make for a great day of successful fishing.
Most beautiful fish there is. Great eating. The auger just. Grab by here. About like that. Big flat head like that. Over there. Up there, big old man. Fishing is absolutely out of this world because we're on that continental shelf. As you experience it, not a lot of boats out there. You get the huge fishery to yourself. It's a very healthy fishery. You know, it's just part of what Sandspit is it's the whole package. You get that private atmosphere, you get the great fishing, you get the great team. Everybody communicates well together. I'm down there helping my guys, they're helping everybody else. Everybody works together to make it a success for the clients.
Well, we just got off the water. Absolutely incredible day out there. I think everybody had a blast. You see the weather's been spectacular, no question about it. Some of the, when we got out there a little deep, chasing halibut, lingcod, water was a little bit rough, but other than that, it was an absolutely incredible day. Salmon fishing was off the hook, cannot wait to get back there tomorrow. A lot of the fish today were ranging anywhere between 18 and 22 pounds. Love to put some on, you know, in the high 20s, low 30s if possible. Tomorrow, all we're doing is salmon fishing, so we'll see what happens.
If it's early, we'll have breakfast sandwiches, grab thermoses of coffee and go, but you have a nice 40-minute run out to the fishing grounds. You know, you're gonna get into the lingcod, the halibut, some rockfish, the chinooks, the coho. We're gonna get into all those species of fish on a 3-day trip. You know, weather dependent. You know, you might not get your lingcod, halibut day 1, but you know what, maybe day 2 and 3 are, or maybe day 1 you get them all, day 2 and 3 are bad. So weather is always a big thing for any fishery and any lodge. You know, in the last 6 years, we've lost 2 days to fishing due to weather where we couldn't leave. That being said, that's pretty phenomenal fishery when we're that well protected in most areas. We can always get somewhere and go fishing. So
Everybody have a great day.
two tubs in the boat.
hook here that's awesome king. Probably 23, 25, somewhere in there. We got finished up halibut yesterday on the first day, and then ended up chasing kings. Some smaller fish today, but tons of them. Yesterday we ended up catching quite a few over 20. Today they were right around that 16, 18, and we caught a few that were 20 as well. Tomorrow we're just chasing kings first thing in the morning and all day long. We've limited out on our ling, we've limited out on our halibut, and we've got about 4 kings to catch. So this place is spectacular. You can tell the weather's amazing. The people here are incredible. This trip is everything that I was hoping it was going to be, that I'd heard it was. And to be honest with you, it's definitely exceeded my expectations. So can't wait for tomorrow. Gonna get up there, take a hot shower, and get some dinner.
How's this a crow flies? All right, thanks.
Bye.
See you guys out there. See you in the funnel papers.
What you got?
Better fish. Really? Bigger than those other two? Same size. Whack 'em?
No.
All right, I'm ready.
Here's one of the guides right here, just really truly putting the spit shine on the boat and really taking care of the gear. You know, saltwater's rough on stuff. Plus it just makes it more enjoyable to be in a well-kept boat. All the equipment here's, you know, really top of the line, but they also do a great job of taking care of it. Well, we just got off the water and it was absolutely another incredible day out there. Immediately got into lingcod, limited out probably an hour and a half. I mean, it happened fast. And then chasing kings again right along the wall. That's a place that they go to that has been very productive. It's called the Wall. And the nice thing about fishing by the Wall is it's absolutely gorgeous. Seals and sea lions and bears and Sitka deer. I mean, it is absolutely an incredible place. Like I've said, the fishing's incredible, but the scenery, everything about it, what an incredible day.
I think that's part of it. You're gonna fish all day, you're gonna come that nice 45-minute run back into the lodge, hour to chill before dinner. Dinner's always at 7 for our guests. We sit down, we do that. And then at the end of the night, you know, I'll go around and ask everybody, you know, how's your trip? How's your day? And that's a personal effect on me, is I make sure everybody's having a good time. And if they're not, let's try and remedy it. But 99.9% of the time, everybody's having a great day. I don't get guys jumping captains. I don't get guys jumping boats. Everybody wants to fish with who they're fishing with. I take the time in the beginning to set it up, and you experience it with a group of 12. You know, I figure people out for the first hour, hour and a half before I assign them a guide and go, okay, this is gonna be a good fit here, this is gonna be a good fit there. I'm putting you with like-minded people that, you know, take care of us so that it's a comfortable trip for everybody. So that's a day in the life of a fisherman. I'm gonna say they're going out with a minimum of 50 pounds of fish per guest. And I've seen it as high as 110, and I've seen it on an average of about 60, 65 pounds of fish per client. I'll get the slip. There. That's kind of the average, depending upon. But the worst day was 50. That average is always at 65, 70. I think you guys are going out with 70. Some of your group are going out with 68. Some group are going out with 80. So it's just all in there. It depends on, did they get bigger halibut? Did they get bigger lingcod? Did they get some good sized Chinooks? Now, we didn't even get into the silvers this group with you, and that's kind of how it goes. But we still have a ton of fish to go out with. We take care of our fish. As you noticed that I bleed the fish on the boat. I gill them, I behead them, I put them in ice like for salmon, head, guts, off, out, gone. Yesterday we kept a few of the head on just to see what total weight was, and they all were at that 23, 24. This is June. It's early. There's a lot of guys who go, oh man, we get 10, 12 pound Chinooks in June, and we're going, hey, we threw back 20s on day 1. We kept 14s on day 2, and we kept 22, 24s on day 3. So that's just how it goes.
How much you going home with?
About 80 pounds. 80? Pretty close to.
Everything I hoped for was achieved and exceeded.
Awesome.
Halibut, salmon, lingcod, everything that was advertised. Not only did I catch, but in abundance. What really impressed me the most is about 5 days before the trip, you got a phone call and said, what's going on? Do you have any questions? And I go, what are you doing? You're following up? I thought this was in stone. But it looks like you took the extra effort to make sure if I had any questions, you were willing to spend time with me. Nobody does that anymore. Nobody.
I mean, this place has just been absolutely through the roof fantastic. It's, of course, the weather, they get a lot of rain, a lot of rain here, a lot of wind here, some fierce seas. Our 3 days here have just been just unbelievably fantastic. And then the Sandspit Adventures Lodge we're in right now, the entire staff, the owners of this place, I just can't say enough good. It's just been a fabulous experience. I've done a lot of traveling in my life. This is one of the top places I have ever been to.
The reason I chose this trip was because every time I called Brian, he called back immediately, answered all my questions, made sure it was going to be good for me, suited for my age and my health constraints, and he made the trip worthwhile, just being who he is, and the trip was fabulous. The attention from the guides and the lodge staff and everything, for me it was incredible. Just a fantastic trip. The expectations have been surpassed. The treatment by the staff for me has been exquisite, but the fishing way surpassed the trip what I thought. I mean, it's great fish, huge halibut, first one ever. Everything was fantastic.
Would you ever come back to Sandspit Adventures?
Tomorrow I would come back to Sandspit Adventures if I could. But yes, I'd absolutely come back to Sandspit.
Sandspit's amazing. You come here, you just let all of your life go. You just come, you fish, you stay at the lodge, you have 24-hour service from your guides to the people in the lodge to your housekeeping staff. It's a great place to be. Please come. You'll never want to leave.
It has been an amazing trip. It really has been. Been dying to get here. It's taken me a couple years, and then COVID and airline tickets and all kinds of different things were preventing us from getting here. We're finally here, and literally it has exceeded my expectations times 10. That's for real. Everything about this trip has been exceptional. The people, the lodge is amazing, as you'll see. The food has been exceptional. The fishing. I mean, honestly, this is one of those fisheries where it's just gonna happen. It's everything else that makes this thing so special. And then the cool thing is you're coming home with 50, 60 pounds of fish. So I can't thank you enough for putting together such an amazing trip, taking care of all the clients here. We get nothing but 5-star reviews on you, your staff, and your fishing, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. I know it's been a while. We've tried to put this together. After COVID, airline tickets went through the roof. It got to be the point where you got clients flying out of North Carolina, South Carolina. They were going, oh man, finally airlines have come back into check. They've made it real. They've made this trip happen. They brought a great group. I think there's 11 of you in this group, 12 of you in this group, and it was just a great, well-rounded group of people. So I can't thank you enough from my staff and me.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
If you guys want to learn more about this trip, check us out on godfishing.com. Send you over some information and get you booked. This is an extremely affordable trip, one that you're almost, we don't want to say guaranteed, but you're almost guaranteed to come home 50, 60 pounds of fish every day, all day. Thanks, Chad.
Thank you, buddy. You got one now?